All you ever wanna do is play. So let's play.
Yeah. Hey, we stay woke, but y'all sleep. Real mode, but y'all sheep. Out in public, she a good girl, but at the crib, she a real freak. New throne for the new king. Same kid, now my streets go. Same gang, got the cheat code. I said stay woke, we in real mode. I said stay woke, real mode. Stay woke, real mode. I said stay woke, real mode. Stay woke, real mode.
I said stay woke, real mode. Stay woke, real mode. I said stay woke, real mode. Stay woke,
Yeah,
real
well,
mode.
we can hold a peace or we can wage war, but I'm gonna get what I came for. Real gang, that's a crew name. We all graduated to the two-door. Sacred Global, that's an infrastructure. All y'all niggas like the Titanic. I'm the iceberg, talking no Zucker on the front lines, but we don't panic. Shit getting messy, got nothing to rest in. I'm tired of niggas, they frontin' they blessings. They want my suggestion, but don't want the fee. I'm just doing me, I don't answer their questions. All this flexing, got no one to see. All this aggression, I just want some peace. Not even sure that I like it in heaven. I guess when we get there, then we gon' see. I do not understand, I do not get what you do. You only got one life, but you act like you got two. Yo, we go bigger than what you are willing to do. I run with king, but you peasants, you run with the goons. Hey, we stay woke, but y'all sleep. Real mode, but y'all sheep. Out in public, she a good girl, but at the crib, she a real freak. New throne for the new king. Same kid, now my streets go. Same gang, got the cheat code. I said stay woke, we in real mode. I said stay woke, real mode. Stay woke, real mode. I said stay woke, real mode. Stay woke, real mode.
I said stay woke, real mode. Stay woke, real mode. I said stay woke, real mode. Stay woke, real mode.
Hey, y'all some jokers, y'all a bunch of clowns. You will not get a laugh out of me. You can talk, but you can't denounce. I live a different theology. Why I transferred to a new account? You just fucked over a prodigy. Posted up with a rented crown.
You are the king and apology.
You about to see a new side of me. I hope you know. We stand up and watch our enemy go. Empire fall, my legacy grows. I might just hop on this melody flow. All this vision, no clarity though. Y'all play a game that I bear in my soul. Ebony ivory, nobody knows. Business vasectomy, nothing can grow. Everyone promises more than they actually do. We don't deliver on anything other than truth. Yo, we go bigger than what you are willing to do. I run with kings, but you peasants, you run with the goons. Hey, we stay woke, but y'all sleep. Real mode, but y'all sheep. Out in public, she a good girl, but at the crib, she a real freak. New throne for the new king. Same kid, now my streets go. Same gang, got the cheat code. I said stay woke, we in real mode. I said stay woke, real mode. Stay woke, real mode. I said stay woke, real mode. Stay woke, real mode.
I said stay woke, real mode. Stay woke, real mode. I said stay woke, real mode. Stay woke, real mode. You really have people fooled out here, don't you? When are you peasants gonna...
I'm fat for many reasons. That is fat phobia.
This guy is ginormous. He is huge.
A lot of people gain weight over time.
I don't think that there are any problems with the body positivity movement.
Obesity is epidemic in the United States and a major cause of death.
What is fat activism?
I, a fat person, am sharing my own lived experience.
Pizza is a vegetable.
Your fat phobia is your problem.
It is not my place as a smaller-bodied white man to comment on it.
Radical body positivity.
What can men do against such reckless hate?
There's only one man who can help me.
This is for you new people. I only have one rule. Everyone fights, no one quits.
This day we fight!
Full north.
The sun is shining, the birds are chirping, the bacon is sizzling. Welcome to the Daily Swole.
Testing, testing, testing. Testing, testicles, testicles. Oh, welcome everyone to episode 20 hundo and 39 of the Daily Mother Swole, the most muscular swolecast, beercast, broadcast, gamecast, mancast, pimpcast, sleevescast, and slaycast in the realm. Because when I flex, you flex. We all flex our biceps. What's going on, beaches, booshes, busters, hustlers, and your hoes? It's your boy, Papa Swolio. We're back with another episode. And today's episode of the Beastcast is brought to you, is powered, is sponsored by Everest and K2. Flexing on all you B-shares. All right. Happy Red, White, and Swole Sunday Fun Day Q and Anus. Let's get some more gorillas. Let's get some America. All right. It is the Mancast. Make sure you hit the like button, subscribe. We are live everywhere. Find all the links over there at thedailyswole.com, thedailyswole.com. I am a little bit chilly still. It's nice and sunny out, but I just got into a plunge. I was like 40 degrees for like 5 minutes, so I'm a little bit shivery. Good thing I have some black gold to wash it down. So I got my coffee, ready to make some fucking Sunday gains. It's Sunday leg day, fam. Let's fucking get it.
Inconceivable!
But Sunday's my rest day. Go absolutely.
Go fuck yourself.
It's your rest day. It's another day to fucking crush it, and I hope you are. What's up, Bandit, Tyler, Josh, Nicole, Cerny, Anna? How we doing? John, what's up, fam? All right, so we'll take tons of questions today. So make sure you start dropping them down below. Hashtag Ask Papa Swolio. And of course, make sure you subscribe on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, anywhere you can bang your ear holes. Make sure you do so. Leave us a review. And of course, over there at swolenormousx.com is where you can join the fam today. We have an accountability meeting tomorrow. Let me bring it up. A round of applause for the accountability meeting tomorrow. Tomorrow at 10 a.m. Eastern time for members. So make sure you are joining the fam today over there. swolenormousx.com. Don't miss a single episode of your favorite man cast. Don't miss out at all, fam. It's going to be fire. We got some new releases. We got some new action going on tomorrow. So be there or be fucking square. The best way to start the week off is with the SwoleFam. All right, let's bust this nut open. Let's get into today's episode. All the details and all the links, like everything I just talked about, the Fuck Your Resolution specials, downloading your copy, the 7 pillars, subscribing, join the fam, all that good shit in the description and show notes down below. Let's get into that nut. Let's summon the Falcon. Nailed it. Only can be summoned with the voice of an angel. Put some respect on it.
Sunday, greatest country in the world.
That's a fucking card. Time to smash. What's up, Leo? Leo smashing some sparkling bone broth, as it were. Leo's drinking some sparkling bone broth. My God, what a raging alcoholic. Hashtag time to smash. Today's Swole card will go to a very, very, very special person that is watching right now in the live stream, that is dropping hashtag time to smash in the comments down below. Y'all. All right, now let's get into some questions. It's all questions today, and we will start with some... What we'll start with. We got some Instagram questions. We got some good shit. Let me actually open them up here. You can start dropping your questions in the comments down below. Let's see what we got here. First one from Doug Maroon 54. What do you suggest, Papa Swolio, for kettlebell workouts instead of doing cardio? What do I suggest? You just told me what you're doing. What do you suggest for kettlebell workouts instead of doing cardio? Do high repetition, do a lot of different cycles, Google some different things. You could do, 50 cleans on each side, do 5 and 5 and 5 and 5. I mean, what cardio is just low or high level, low to moderate intensity for extended periods of time. You could do interval type cardiovascular. It's getting your heart rate up. It's getting to these different cardiovascular zones towards your maximum heart rate output, just stretching like you're doing with weights when you're lifting. You are putting your body in a state of, I want to say semi-failure, but the volume and the overload, the stress, the physical tension, what you're doing is you're providing enough volume and workload that will demand your body adapt and build stronger, larger muscle fibers. So when you're doing cardio, what you're doing is you're strengthening your body and you're pushing it towards an adaptation to improve cardiovascular capacity. So what I suggest you do a lot of kettlebell work. Don't go too heavy. Do more, high repetition. It's a lot of high reps, and depends on what you're doing. You could do upper body kettlebell work, lower body. You can mix in all sorts of different things. So I don't have anything in particular to suggest right off the bat. There's just, I guess, hundreds and thousands of millions of different combinations of things you could do for kettlebell stuff. But, depending on your form, make sure you're going light enough. I mean, some basics are really great. Kettlebell swings are fantastic. Doing clean snatches, the basics. I would make sure you're focusing on the basics for sure. Tyler, how long will it take typically for a full recovered sore calf? Dude, what? I have no idea, dude. Your questions are always vague or like half baked. How long will it typically? I don't know. A full recovered sore calf, like your leg? I don't know. What'd you do to it? What's going on? I have no idea. I have no idea how long your leg is going to be sore for. There's nothing typical about it. Christopher, do you have any recommendations for podcasts for starting businesses? Not for like starting businesses. There's a lot of like entrepreneur podcasts out there. I wouldn't say ones for starting businesses in particular. There are a lot of people that run businesses and have multiple businesses. But what are you interested in particular? Like how to actually, I'm sure you could just Google starting or you Google like entrepreneur and business. You got to be careful. You're not getting like, those shill type people. But, in terms of entrepreneurship, that's the category that you'd want to look into. In terms of the actual structure of how to start a business, like the legal aspects or the LLC and that kind of like incorporation type thing. But if you mean like building a brand or supply chain, I mean, there's different types of businesses. So it really depends on what type of business you're looking to start. But I mean, most businesses today, I would say, should have a strong, it depends on what kind of business it is really, but usually they're going to have a strong social media presence. So a lot of businesses today, it's going to be heavy on the online marketing too. I don't listen to a lot of online podcasts. I used to like back in the day, years ago. Let's see, who else? Yeah, I never really liked that whole, I never really liked the whole scene for that type of content. I used to listen to Gary Vee's stuff like back in the day when he was like, no one really knew who he was. And then, and then you just kind of, hear what you need to hear and you kind of loosely keep touch. But, I don't, like, I kind of fell out with listening to that type of stuff. It got really repetitive and kind of went off a little bit different directions. But, a lot of what starting a business is first off, you got to know what you want to do. And like I was saying, I was going to say starting, social media and online, it depends on what type of business you're doing, whether it's, B2B or B2C, like business to business or business to customer. What do you have in mind? You don't have to really go into the details, but let's see. John, LOL, why do people assume cardio is just running? When I used to do giant sets, there's plenty of cardio involved. Yeah, I mean, I think just regular cardio is boring. I think it's great to do, move. Your body is meant to sprint. Long distance running, I think that's up for debate, like how much long distance running is actually necessary. I don't think it's necessary. I think cardiovascular capacity is great, but I'm going to be doing some sled work today. Interval cardio is great. You could do sprints, hill sprints, plyometrics, long, slow duration. You could be doing, long walks and things of that nature. The problem with a lot of cardiovascular is like a lot of people will have improper alignments. They'll have a lot of postural distortions, and they'll go and crush and crank on their knees and their ankles, and they don't have good alignment anyway. So it just compounds problems. And it's usually, you're trying to do a ton of cardio, a ton of high, repetition built on a poor foundation. So you can actually lead to other injuries. Asphalt, seal coat, or dump truck. All right, so you're doing. All right, so that's a whole other thing. So you're looking at a lot of supplies and materials and that type of stuff. So it's not like an online business. You're doing stuff in person, like a local business. I'm definitely not familiar with that kind of with that area. So you're probably looking at what? Like business loans and things like that for equipment. Asphalt seal coat. What is that? Like a water repellent or something? Or laying it down? I don't know about it. That's cool. Cool, man. Jen, I want to let you know I decided to execute more, and I'm studying to get my personal training certificate. I didn't go to school for this, and the anatomy exercise science is hard. It is. It is. But remember, it's all about how you apply it. So there's a lot of trainers out there that don't know their ass from their elbow, but they're inspiring, or they're cool people, or they're fun to be around, or they're very upbeat. And that can be good, because if you're going to be around a personal trainer, you want someone to be in a good mood. You don't want a negative Nancy or something like that. But at the same time, you want them to know what they're doing. So you have to make sure that you have both. I would recommend also, for anyone that really wants to start a personal training business, it's a business like any other. It's a business like any other. So just understand, how are you going to be acquiring clients? Are you be working at a gym? Are you going to be advertising online? Are you going to be do you have clients lined up already? That kind of thing. You have to build that client base. And a lot of times it's great to shadow an existing personal trainer, someone that has a lot of experience, because you can kind of see, is this something that I want to do? So it's one thing to think and imagine what personal training is. It's another thing to talk to personal trainers and maybe help out. Hey, can I assist and lift, clean up the weights around and watch and observe and shadow, kind of intern. That's always beneficial as well, to kind of get a little experience from someone who might be a successful personal trainer in your area, and see kind of how the day-to-day can be. And there's different types of personal training. If you're doing in-house, in your own house, you have to think about insurance and things like that, or traveling, or going to a small gym or a big box corporate gym. A lot of different approaches to that, but good for you. Good for you. Tyler, I got a comment removed from a TikTok video where someone made blueberry muffins, and I typed the nauseous face because it was made with sugar, flour, and more added sugar. You got a comment removed. Someone was offended. They wanted to eat the crap, and they don't want you to call them out on their bullshit.
Come on, stop whining.
Sammy, what was my inspiration for starting Swolenormous X? Did you have help creating it, or was it something you thought of on your own? Starting your own business isn't easy, I'm sure. My inspiration, the same as is today, to help people. I didn't start off with Swolenormous X. I started off with Swolenormous. That's the main brand. I started off just doing the podcast. I started off doing Drive While Gaining. I started off doing the Daily Swole podcast back in May of 2016, and we had the private group. So it was Swolenormous Premium. We just had the private community, and Swolenormous X absorbed that, and that was with all the added stuff. So then we added the 90-day dash program and the yoga. We had live yoga and the yoga studio separate, and then Swolenormous X was the newer platform where everything was kind of sent to for all the content. So it was all in one place, because we had the master classes and we had all these different the 90-day dash and the yoga that was kind of separated and piecemeal, and then we added all into one succinct platform. So it evolved over time. So that's another thing that can go back to what Christopher Denny was saying about starting your business, or who was just asking Jen about personal training. Don't overthink it too. So when you're starting a business, for example, some people might start a business. Let me get this headband a little bit unrolled. Some people might start a business and know exactly what they want, right? They might know exactly what they want. They know exactly what they want to do. And that's all well and good. It's like someone with a 5-year plan, but I'm not the kind of person that does 5-year plans. I just never did that. Where do you want to see yourself in 5 years? I don't know. I don't know. Surprise me. It's one thing to have goals, right? You have goals, you have certain things you want to execute, but I don't like things all obsessively laid out unless you have a specific thing. Some people do, and that's fine, right? Some people are born, I want to be a doctor. They just know what they want to do with their career. They want to know what they do to do with their life. For me with a business, I have learned to want to keep it dynamic, want to keep it versatile, want to keep it adaptive, and we'll kind of see where it goes. Because 5 years ago, you think about 5 years, 5 years was 2017. 2017 was when the 90-day dash was launched. At the end of this time, 5 years ago, was when Swolenormous X launched. Yep. This time, that was when Swolenormous X launched at the end of 2017. So it's, as much as it's developed and changed and evolved, and there's so much stuff in there, a lot can happen in a short period of time in a lot of different directions. So I don't want to put myself into a box. There's certain ideas and certain things, but it's more about executing every day and then being adaptable and adjusting as things change. Because online, things are so dynamically changing all the time. You have to be ready to pivot. You have to be ready to adjust. So yeah, starting your own business is definitely not easy. I was doing training, I was teaching classes, and I had personal training clients. I was doing in-person personal training while I was doing the podcast and while I was doing all the videos, and up late, up early, posting tons of videos on all the platforms and all that stuff. And then it just developed and grew. And then eventually, you went all in. I cut off all ties and can't have one foot out. So I was like, this has to be my 100% thing if it's going to be successful. So it had to be like, this is how I'm going to eat. This is how I'm going to breathe. This is what I'm going to do. And then I went all in and never looked back. Thank you, Jeremy. I'm loving this philosophy. Thank you so much. That section's fire inside Swolenormous X. A lot of you have gone through those already. Hey, don't sleep on that. I know when you're a part of the fam, you have so much access. There's so much content when you go unlimited, but make sure you're not sleeping on that philosophy. That section's fire. Fire. Tyler, would you want your merchandise to be sold in stores, more like a promotion or a sponsor? I haven't really thought about that. I haven't really thought about that, like having it in stores. That'd be pretty cool, but haven't really thought about that yet. It's still a small brand considering, what people usually promote in stores. I guess if there's something local, I never really thought about that. Haven't thought about in person. I always want things to be like the easiest access. Why have things? Well, I guess if someone else has the apparel in the store, but to have an in-person, to have like a brick and mortar, it just seems inefficient. Never sounded like a good idea to me. I never wanted to have a physical location personally. I mean, in terms of someone else having apparel or something, that's a different consideration. Sammy, I'm sure building an audience helps so you can transition to a successful business. Well, that's all it is. You need to have an audience. You need to have people that you are going to provide a service of value to. So all I did was create the Daily Swole, and I was here every day, as I still am. Look, we're here right now. Every day, answering questions, talking about fitness, keeping people focused and adjusting over time. And the show has evolved, the show has developed, and it's a lot of fun. Still doing the same thing. The Daily Swole is the most consistent shit. Everything else kind of fluctuates, and we adapt and adjust. Everything changes. You got to be willing to change and make sure you're adaptable. Same thing with fitness. You can't be doing the same thing all the time. You're not going to train the same way now that you did 20 years ago. And that's okay. And that's a good thing. Hashtag time to smash. If you have not yet, drop that in the comments below. Come on now. Time to smash. Drop that in the comments below. Christian, it just continues to evolve. In the 2 years that I joined, so much more content has been added. Swolenormous X offers something for everyone. More and more. There's just so much stuff. There's so much stuff. It's really hard whenever we do like promos or I'm saying like, hey, join now because you get access to programs. It's so much different than anything that anyone else does. They give like a program. They give a diet plan. Like we cover everything. We cover everything. And there's definitely something for everyone. And we're always adding new stuff. And it's fun. And the sky is the limit. There's a lot more ideas. It's just patience. A lot of the time when you have a business and things like that, it's patience. You have so many ideas, but you can only do so much. You can only do so much at one time. You can't just do everything. Otherwise, you'll just get lost. Got to focus. Let's see. Gina, I first saw you on Instagram over 4 years ago. Started watching because you were hot and sassy. Hot and sassy.
He's on fire!
Stayed because of your content. Thank you, Gina. We're glad you did. We're glad you did. Jen, speaking of merchandise, my little guy keeps asking for a Papa Swolio tee. He loves my Santa hoodie. Will you ever have a small run of kids tees? I'm not sure if they're available. I will look into it. I will look into it. I'm sure that's probably possible. I'm surprised we don't have any up there. All right, that could be an easy tweak if it's available. Sure, I'll look into it. Time to smash. Time to smash. Oh, very nice, Chris. Caught the Swole variant? Yeah. Catching the Swole variant, fam. Well, thank you, Jen. I absolutely love Swolenormous X. I'm constantly telling people that it's a legit one-stop shop. I know. And like I said, this winter, probably for the... Oh, by the way, let's talk about that for a second because we have... let's see here. We have the Swole Year Party. Just to remind you all, we talked about it like a week ago, yesterday. We talk about it every couple days, but I'm gonna start talking about it every day because it's coming up faster than you all probably want to recognize. It's already December 5th. So Wednesday, December 29th, 6 p.m. Eastern time. Mark your calendars because that will be a private event for members. We're going to look back throughout 2021. We're going to look forward to 2022. We're going to have new releases. We're going to have a fun time. Always awesome to look back over what we've accomplished in the past year. So Swole Year release party. We start early. We don't wait for the 30th or the 31st or the 1st. We start early. We make our own holidays here. So join us for the Swole Year release party, Wednesday, December 29th, 6 p.m. Eastern time. Don't miss it. All right. He says, thank you. He's all happy now. I'll do my best, little man. I'll do my best. We'll make you big and strong in no time. You can't be growing big and strong and, strong bones, strong muscles like your mom without some Swolenormous apparel. I get it. We need to hook you up. Can you be the next Swole Santa? Santa Swolio. Yeah, I just posted a Santa Swolio video on the TikTok. Yeah, Santa Swolio's back. All I do is put on the Santa hat and tell people, have you been a good boy or girl? Come sit on my lap. I'm just kidding. Go to the fucking gym. Yeah, just rage on people with the Santa hat. Santa Swolio. Bringing sick gains and stuffing your stockings with sick fucking gains. Let's see. All right, take another question. Oh, I love these comments. Sammy, love all the meditation and yoga. I definitely have also taken advantage of all the master classes. I remember just watching your videos in 2017 with Nuts on Chin. Also, I was there for that viral vid. Oh, there's a bunch of them. In 2017, that wasn't Nuts on Chin was 2019. 2017 was, you might be thinking of a different video. There was a few that were majorly viral. I think it was the end of 2016. I think it was early 2017. No, it was late 2016, I believe, where it was Fitness is Life. There was one video. Do you remember that one? That was Fitness is Life. That was like 7-8 million. And that's like 5 years ago. Think about how many millions of views that is now. So that kind of virality then 5-6 years ago. So that was like 7.5 million. And then what really popped off was in May of 2017. I think it was May of 2017. I did the Truth Hurts video where it says you're fat. And the reason why that was so powerful is because it was a great fucking video, but also there was a very specific direct call to action at the end. So the first one, Fitness is Life, just went viral. And I was like, fuck, I didn't really have any translation into like where people can go. It's just a great video that people shared. But the Truth Hurts video, You Are Fat, at the end said, so stop, pretty much at the end, it's like, well, what are you going to do about it? Right now, click the link in the description down below, download the 7 Pillars ebook, get started today. In other words, stop making fucking excuses. This video, what I just said is legit. Get started today, stop making excuses, blah, blah. So that one was really effective because it got like 4 or 5 million views just organically, just spread out. Plus I started running ads to it until Facebook started blocking it, until Mark Zuckerberg started blocking it because, hurt people's feelings got hurt. I can't believe I got away with that, running ads for a video that said "you're fat" at the beginning of the fucking intro. And then they started blocking it, and then I had to just like ditch the video. But, so a lot of people were downloading the ebook. It was just the perfect video with the perfect good timing. It was just good. And that's the thing. Think about this in terms of business, in terms of anything. When you're trying different things, okay, so I can think back. I can think back to certain videos of the thousands of videos that I've done. I can think back to like specific ones, like this was a turning point. This was a big video. This is a big thing. But I wouldn't have had those 3 or 4 or 5 or 10, even on TikTok. I have like certain ones that really went uber viral, but I've also posted thousands of videos. So to get 10 or 20 super viral videos, you got to make 5,000 videos or 3,000 videos. Maybe you're fortunate and you're able to hit off a couple and your percentage is higher, but you still have to make a lot of videos to hit those certain notes you post it at the right time of day, or you use the right hashtag, or the algorithm just kind of kicks it and catches it. And you never know. But you're not going to be in the right place at the right time in terms of content online unless you're just putting fucking shit out all the time and you don't stop. All right, we got a question here.
What's in the box?
Still cold. I'm still shivering. John Wise, 53. Papa Swole, if I eat healthy 1 to 2 hours before I go to the gym, should I still eat high protein food afterwards? I mean, your body is really effective digesting and metabolizing or utilizing protein for muscle synthesis if you're eating it earlier in the day. Yeah, I mean, as long as you're getting in sufficient protein throughout the day, that's fine. Personally, I like to eat after I work out. I'm really hungry. So as long as you're getting in enough protein throughout the day, that's the most important thing. So it's not about one meal. It's about and don't forget, just because you're going through the day, it's not like your body just resets and you have a brand new body the next day. It's still carrying over like what you ate yesterday. So it's kind of like a rolling clock. But every 24 hours, there's kind of a reset because your hormones shift and you go through those different periods of, wake and the diurnal sleep cycle. So if you are, for example, eating before you go to the gym 1 to 2 hours, like, yeah, I would eat protein, carbs, and whatever your ideal foods are afterwards. I would look into our content with the elimination diet, maybe hone down and narrow down your food choices. But yeah, I eat after. I mean, you're not gonna be eating 200 grams of protein before you go to the gym and then nothing afterwards. You're gonna be eat your meal before and then afterwards. Some people just don't feel hungry right after, which is why some people do shakes and stuff like that. But a lot of times all you just need is 15, 20 minutes. Let your nervous system shift from sympathetic to parasympathetic, kind of like recovery mode, and then you can have a meal. Everyone's different with like how they like to eat. Funny person on Insta. I don't know about that. What a good name. Funny person on Insta. Let's see. Can I trust BMI to help me track fat loss? Not really. I'm 6'1" and 190 pounds, but BMI technically says I'm overweight. I mean, I don't know what your body composition is. So if you're overweight, 190 at 6'1", don't forget that BMI is an approximation. So everyone like fat acceptance, jabbernets and jabronis will always like, BMI was created by the white man. It's not accurate. It isn't accurate in some cases, but it depends on if you have lean mass. So BMI, body mass index, is just based on height and width, height and weight. So essentially it's basically you want to be taller than you are wide. If you are 5'10" and you're 300 pounds, you are wide, you're fat, you're not healthy. You're not a healthy individual. So for me, I'm like 5'10", 5'11", and I'm like 205, but I'm lean mass too. So I'm not, by the weight, I'll be like, man, I'm like, 5'11" or 5'10", let's say 205. Oh my God, I'm obese. But obviously I'm not obese because of the body fat percentage and what my body is made up of. So it's only accurate to a point. Use it in context. I don't like demonizing BMI. It's good information. It's just good information in the context of what you're discussing. Remember, hashtag time to smash for a chance to win today's Swole card. Make sure you're checking out SwoleNormousX.com to join the fam today. All the links in the description down below to join the greatest fam in the realm. And also, make sure you hit that like button, subscribe. Make sure you leave a review, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, thedailyswole.com for all the live stream links. Don't miss a single episode. Ya fucking booshes. Don't miss a single episode. How dare you? How fucking dare you, Greta?
How dare you?
That's right, my dear. Okay, let's see. Davor Petosky. Davor. My name is Davor Petosky. Papa Swolio, what is better to start with, calisthenics or gym? I'm assuming that's how you talk. It is now. I just decided. That's how you talk now. That's how you talk. That's how you talk. What is better to start with, calisthenics or gym? Why can't you do like pull-ups, push-ups, jumping jacks? It depends on what your goal is. All right. I think you should be practicing yoga and strength training. Yoga, strength training. You can do calisthenics. People are just like obsessed with jump rope and pull-ups and push-ups. That stuff's great. Bodyweight exercises are great. It's just resistance. Depends. If you're trying to put on a lot of muscle, you better be lifting some damn weights. I think everyone should be because it'll increase your bone mass and you want strength. Nothing wrong with doing bodyweight exercises, but you really want strength too. Strength is essential. So make sure you are doing your strength training. All right. Wardog Dylan. Best way to cook chicken without wanting to die. Eat a fucking steak. How about that? Eat a steak. Choose life. Choose life, Wardog. Choose life. Choose life. Claudia Pfeiffer. Is a freeze-dried liver supplement okay? Freeze-dried? Like desiccated organ supplement? Yeah. Grass-fed, grass-finished. I mean, you can get heartandsoil.co has great liver supplements. Ancestral Supplements have great grass-fed, grass-finished liver supplements. You can get grass-fed and grass-finished beef liver and eat it. I like it raw. Just had some before the podcast. So, as long as you're getting it in, definitely find one that you like and find one that's quality, that has good reviews, that's grass-fed, grass-finished, and then go for it. Yeah. Get yourself some desiccated organ supplements. Get them in, baby. Get them in. Let's see. Mike, any plans on finishing up the Swole Mastery program? Oh, the Swole Mastery program's never completed. It's open-ended, so it's designed to be open source to add more. Plans for a new program in the future. Well, I'm not going to be saying whether or not we're releasing something else, but most of the training is going to be additional. So we've added new workouts and new approaches and new weeks and new workouts. So that's the approach, is to build out the current programs because they're open source, designed to be expanded. So in my opinion, none of the programs are officially done. We just add new workouts and add new things that you can plug in. What are you interested in the most? What's your favorite program? What's your favorite style of training from which program? What's your vote, Mike? What's your vote, Mike? Let's see. Tyler, for pull-ups or any exercises with a bar, can gripping the bar with thumbs over increase strength? Thumbs over. Thumbs over what? Like what over? Or how are you defining what over is? For pull-ups or any exercise, well, that's vague. For pull-ups, it depends on the movement. Whenever it comes to grips like that, I always say vary your grip. I always say vary your grip. Vary your grip, mix it up. Heard about the viral videos several times. Can't find them. Well, we have them. We've done Nuts on Chin Unplugged. We've done like recaps and watched them again. The You're Fat video is in NOC Unplugged inside Swole TV. So we've gone over and kind of watched those as a community together too. Yeah, you're not going to find them well. We've kind of reposted them now and again, but we did a couple recaps. We watched some of those. The You're Fat, The Truth Hurts video, that's in NOC Unplugged in Swole TV. Sweet Savvy, how old were you when you started your serious fitness journey? I hate those questions. How old was I when I started my serious fitness journey? Teenager. 16, 17, 18, something like that, where I kind of like really got into the gym. Yeah. Jack Hughes, how to deal with a fast metabolism. Eating loads, weight gain is slow. You got to eat more. I'm not sure what you're eating. I would need more details than that, because understand sometimes even if you have, quote, fast or slow metabolism, depending, sometimes you might have other absorption issues or leaky gut, or depends on what you're consuming, might affect the absorption of the actual nutrients, which might cause you to need to eat more to get the same amount. So having more details, you have to eat enough. So if you're not eating enough, you have to eat more. And that's the hard part. A lot of people don't gain because that's the job. It's fucking harder than actually lifting. Lifting is the easy part. Even beating yourself up, it's hard. It's hard, but the eating is the hardest part. Let's see. Kristen Summer, when supplementing with creatine, should it be taken just on weightlifting days or every day? You could take it every day. Not everyone's going to see the same benefit from creatine. You don't need more than like 2.5 or 3 to 5 grams, depending on your body mass. So, yeah, you could take it. You could take it every day. I mean, that's what most people would do. Because essentially what creatine does, it just builds up your natural levels, like whatever you're normally eating and your natural stored levels of creatine, your body will just kind of top it off. So some people that are kind of close and kind of maintain closer to their regular limit might not see the same benefits from supplementation as other people. So it's not like the more you take, the more benefits you get. So you're just kind of like topping off. That's why they used to say you want to load. Remember that? Take like 20 grams of creatine a day for like a week or two. You don't have to do that. You don't have to load. And probably the best way to do it is to take a smaller amount before and after you lift. So like kind of like split up. All right. Let's see here. All right. Any other questions? Always love the Red, White, and Swole. Q and Anus. AA Luffy on Instagram. What are good examples of prep meals? I have Crohn's disease. So rich in fiber food is bad for me. Well, I would look into more of an animal-based nutrition. Maybe carnivore might be ideal for you. Grass-fed beef, check out the elimination diet. This is something that you definitely need to do for Crohn's. And yeah, I know people that deal with Crohn's, but I also know, and these same people don't really take care of their nutrition as well as they should. I think a lot of people underestimate how drastic their lives can improve by adding in organ meats and animal-based foods. And of course, there's individual needs depending on someone's genetics or predisposed conditions, but game changer if you're getting in those nutrient-dense foods. Everyone thinks you need to eat 10 pounds of plants every day to get vitamins. Get the fuck out of here. Eat some beef liver, call it a day. It's really a game changer. Really a game changer. Nutrient-dense foods. Your body needs the nutrients. Seriously. Your body wants these nutrients. Where do you get them? Where's the most absorbable form of these nutrients? Organ meats. Hey, Mike, today marks 4.5 years exactly. I've been blessed to follow Papa. Well, thank you so much, Mike. 4.5 years. My God, that's right. Where's the time going, Mike? Where's the time going? Daughtry Braden, tips for skinny guys. Lift big, eat big. It ain't complicated. It's very simple, but it's hard to do. So simple doesn't mean that it's easy. You got to eat a beast load of fucking food. So, of course, I don't know what that means. Tips for skinny guys. I have no idea what you're doing. It's like, how do I get big? It's like, well, I don't work out. I don't eat right. I don't do this. You mean you have to fucking start. So get ready to eat regularly, tons of food every day, whether you're hungry or not, lifting heavy regularly several times a week, and get ready to do that for years. So there you go. You won't be skinny anymore. Simple, right? Simple, simple. This is why most people don't get results, because it's relentless. It's relentless. You're not getting fucking days off. I don't feel like eating a lot today. It's like, well, do you want fucking results or not? You have to do the shit. That's where the discipline's born. You have to do these things whether you feel like it or not. You have to train when you feel like it or not. You have to eat, another serving whether or not you feel full. It's like, it's not comfortable. That's why most people don't bulk properly, because that's a job. That's why usually when people are bulking, you're breaking up meals into like 6 or 7, 8 meals, because it's not comfortable trying to stuff like 3,000 calories in a meal. If it's even possible for most people with quality food, that's stomach would be exploding. N.W. Pierce. Do you use pre-workout? And if so, which one would you recommend? I dabble, but I don't like any of the flavored ones. No stimulants. I don't want anything with caffeine. I want anything with these like fucking herb barks and, other stimulants and extracts that aren't tested properly. Like, I don't want to take any of that shit. But there's certain ones that can be beneficial for like vasodilation, like citrulline malate or beta-alanine for, endurance, for acidity buffering. And there could be other elements. Sometimes just, some Celtic sea salt is great for pumps. Some sodium nitrate and things of that nature. But there are certain elements that you can buy raw ingredients. I would just recommend buying the required dose and just mixing it yourself. Get like a micro scale and weigh it. It's not going to taste like a rainbow unicorn lightning carnival, like blue raspberry nasty shit. But who cares? You want the things in your body, and that will help relax the blood vessels and get you a better pump and maybe give you a little bit more endurance. But for me, it's like black coffee. And I'll be wrapping this up. It's almost 1 o'clock, so it's usually a little bit later than I would normally drink coffee. But going to have a beast of a leg workout with Mama Swolio, and it's going to work. It's going to work. It's going to be good. Oh, it's going to be good. It's going to be real good. It's going to be real good. Philip, what's your opinion on having oats for breakfast? I don't eat oatmeal. I avoid oats, and I'm glad that I do. Yeah, I used to have those kinds of things. I used to have like gluten-free oats and things like that, but it just sits like sludge in my stomach, and I've never really felt much of a benefit aside from feeling just heavy and full. But I feel much, much better. I haven't had oats in a couple years, and I feel fantastic. So for breakfast, I mean, I would eat, like if I'm eating for breakfast, I'll have my normal food. I'll have liver, I'll have steak, I'll have some avocado, I'll have maybe a sweet potato, things like that, like my normal food. I don't just, it's breakfast, so I'm going to have different foods. I'll eat the foods that I like best, and I'll eat those for whatever meal I'm having. But I personally don't like oats, and that can cause a lot of inflammation and other issues. But, I would try. Most people don't understand that you can try without it. There's these arbitrary foods that people think, these are breakfast food. There's food. There's no breakfast food. There are foods that we eat. There are foods that you can eat. You can eat them at any time of the day. So personally, for a carbohydrate, I wouldn't touch oats, but I definitely love sweet potatoes. What are the types of sodium to avoid in foods? Like most added sodium is not going to be high quality because you're just getting tons of sodium chloride. You're just getting just tons of straight sodium. If you're consuming other things like maybe Celtic sea salt or Himalayan salt, I personally use Celtic sea salt, you're getting a lot of other minerals. So you're not getting just sodium. That's one of the problems too, is you're just getting like an overload of just one element. Do you and Mama Swolio work out together often? Yeah, we do. We do. When the schedule, sometimes I'm working out and she might be doing it later, or she might have other things that she has to do at the moment. Depends. But yeah, we try to do it whenever we can. So today is going to be a leg day. It's going to be fucking awesome. It's going to be awesome. It's going to be great. And I'm not here to tell you like, eat this, don't eat that. But if you're asking me like, do I eat this? I'm like, no, I don't. I don't eat oats, and I don't want to. That always just like, I would look at a bowl of oats, make a bowl of oats and you leave it on the table for 10 minutes. It's hard like a brick. I'm like, I don't want that in my stomach. I want that in my gut. I want something that's actually going to digest properly. And in terms of the nutrient, there's really no value in oats. I don't see the value in oats. I used to eat them. I used to mix like egg whites with oats. Now if I have eggs, I usually just have the yolks. Oftentimes I'm having like raw eggs, I'll just have the raw yolks. I've just found better carbohydrates that make me feel better. Perform better. Plus I believe oats with like higher in phytic acid and these other compounds. Remember, any kind of plant food is going to have a lot of kind of playing roulette with it. I mean, it depends. Certain foods will make you feel great. Certain foods will make you feel shitty. And certain foods will make you feel like, meh, but they might have long-term effects. You don't always feel like things that these foods are doing inside your body and your gut. Sometimes you get bloating. Sometimes you'll have like an instant feedback. And other times you will, it could be something that kind of compounds over time. But a lot of what I've done is just, eliminate one thing, try it, adjust, see how I feel. Do I miss that food? Do I feel better without it? If I feel great without it, I'm not necessarily going to need to eat it. I don't like the way oats taste. Like, to me, they taste like dog shit. If they were the most amazing thing, I would learn to like it and be like, oh, this is fantastic. I feel so good when I eat it, but I don't. It tastes like shit. It's like chicken. Just bland. If you have to add tons of stuff to it to make it taste even remotely good, for me, that's a sign. It's like, well, if I have to add tons of different things and all these different fruits and flavorings to make it even taste palatable, maybe this is not something that should be consumed if it's not delicious or nutritious by itself. Just some additional thoughts of common sense. Oh, yeah. 200 ounces of water a day with red and Celtic sea salt. Yeah, Redmond's real salt is great. Honey and fruit. I like honey. I like raw honey. I like fruit. And in terms of carbohydrates, so that's what you're really talking about, carbohydrates. I love fruit. I love raw honey. I love sweet potatoes. Sometimes white rice. Not a ton, not often as I used to. I used to have more. But then it just kind of doesn't feel like it absorbs. Kind of feels like it just expands a little bit too much, like styrofoam a little bit in my stomach. So there's different types of rice too. So you kind of have to figure out what works best for you. But I prefer sweet potatoes for my carbs, fruit, raw honey, dates. It's kind of my thing. Plus in colder temperatures, shorter days, you don't need as many of the same types of carbohydrates in general. So you might shift throughout the year what foods you crave depending on the time of year and how much sunlight you have and how long your days are. That's why fruits ripe in the summer. Longer days, hotter temperatures, hydration too. All right. Great fucking questions. Good questions. Nice little blend. Jeremy, what's the best place to get organ meats? Well, there's a lot of good places you can get online. You could also get if you're talking about the actual meat, you could also get the desiccated organ supplements like we talked about earlier. Butcher shops, absolutely, or local farms. You could also order online as well, depending on where you live and what the shipping is like. Canada, U.S., it depends on where you're located. But bottom line, you want to make sure you're getting grass-fed and grass-finished. Grass-fed and grass-finished. And there are a lot more of these farms that are coming online because of, popular companies like ButcherBox and stuff like that, have gotten more popularity, and people are aware that grass-fed beef and organ meats, more people are realizing how beneficial they are. But of course, those types of things it's like a very generational thing. Like my grandfather used to eat liver and onions. That used to be a little bit, they used to be more common in our society. So a lot of people are still kind of averse to, that's why the supplements are great, because people that are averse to, oh my God, I'm not going to eat that. It's so disgusting. Then don't eat it. At least you're getting the nutrients in. It's not the same as getting it raw or fresh, but it's very close. And bottom line, you're getting it in. It's much more important. Mike, what time does it get dark in Florida? It's early. Yeah, it's about 5:40. Yeah, something like that. I think the days are getting shorter, for another week or two, and then they're going to get longer. All right, let's give away today's Swole card. Who's ready to smash? Remember, hit that like button. And tomorrow we have our accountability meeting, SwoleNormousX.com, and I'll be in touch. We might be doing it a little bit differently this week. We'll see, but just stay tuned. If you're a member, you will have all the details, and you will absolutely be there. And I know you will be. I know you will be. We're going to have a great accountability meeting tomorrow. Start the week off right. Never miss a single episode of your favorite man cast, SwoleNormousX.com. Time to smash. Let's fucking go, bitches. Let's fucking go, bitches. Who's ready to smash? I know one of you is. Someone is. Who's going to smash? Come on now. Come on now. Come on now. Who's gonna smash? Who's gonna smash? Who's gonna smash? Mike Miller, congratulations! Beaker coming. Congratulations, Mike. Hey, all right, let's get some gorillas. All right, Mike. All right, Mike, send us an email, support@swolenormous.com, Swole card 2039, Jesus Christ, that number, 2039 in the subject and your mailing address in the body of the email. Very nice. Congratulations, Mike. And yeah, that was you that was talking about the programming. Yeah, we're gonna be doing some more stuff. Like usually for these major release parties. It's been a while. Nice. There you go. For these release parties like we have on the 29th, we're doing some major. I saw someone else drop a comment about the affiliate program. We've been talking about that for the last couple of days. I'm telling you, we're going to be revamping it and probably discussing that on the 29th. So just keep that in mind. So we've gone through different phases with that. So we're probably going to, reformat that and launch it and discuss that on the 29th. Again, the 29th of December, you don't want to miss it because then you'll get a lot of details, a lot of updates. We're working on some other apparel and some other designs. There's a lot of stuff coming. There's a lot of stuff coming, and it's always a hectic time of year, but trying to get a lot of these other things kind of organized and, figured out before the 29th, because this new year is going to be lit. It's going to be fire, and we're going to launch into it hard. So send us that email. Mike, congratulations, and stay tuned. Tomorrow we'll talk more if you have any other questions. Tomorrow is a great time to ask, and of course, it's only for members, so we'll be able to get a little bit more specific with some of these questions in terms of X content as we develop for the new year. So kind of figuring out which areas of X that people want more of. And of course, we're releasing new content, working on a lot of stuff behind the scenes all the time. So always appreciate the feedback. Always appreciate the feedback, and always want to make sure that we're developing areas that you all are using, that you're looking into, that you are interested in seeing more of. So whenever you guys are making these comments and saying like, oh, are we getting any more of these, or are we getting more Swollen 7s or Masterclass or this? Trust me, these all get categorized, and I'm definitely appreciate the feedback because there's so many different sections and so much different content inside X. It's important to get that feedback so we know that the things that are being prioritized are the things that you all want the most. So more of everything. More of everything. Matt's like, I want more of everything. All right, fine. Fine, you'll get more. Fine. Stop fucking whining. Stop whining.
Come on, stop whining.
Come on, stop whining.
Oh,
You'll get more. Get more. You'll get more. All right, let's nut this beach. Go enjoy the rest of your day. Tomorrow, accountability meeting. I'll be in touch. Just stay plugged into this Swole text and the Telegram chat. Might have a little bit of updates for tomorrow, but I didn't make an official announcement yet, just because we'll just kind of, I'll keep you posted. But tomorrow, 10 a.m. Eastern time is our accountability meeting. We'll talk about new releases, all that good shit. All right, fam. Here we go. Nut this beach. Have a great rest of your day. Go make some sick fucking gains. Come on now. Come on now.
I don't know how to put this.
More piano talk. Done. Sold.
Kind of a big deal.
60% of the time, it works every time.
That doesn't make sense.
Thank you so much for joining me for this Sunday Funday Q&A, SwoleFam. It was a great episode. As always, you guys are awesome. Great questions. Great fucking questions. Y'all are crushing it. Keep smashing, fam. We'll see you tomorrow for the accountability meeting. You know I love you. And I know, yes, Falcon, they love you. They love you too. It's not about you. It's not about you, Falcon. Goddamn.
Your father was a woman.
It's good. It's good. Oh, that was nice.
I give it a 10. A 10. A fucking 10.
We hold these truths to be self-evident. All men and women created by the you know the thing.
Fucking nailed it. Yeah.
You got more questions, but I tell you, if you have a problem figuring out whether you're for me or Trump, then you ain't black.
You're insane, gold member. And that's the way, I like it.
No hands. Huh? Ooh. All right, cock piano. Fucking nailed it.
We choose truth over facts.
Fucking nailed it.
Yeah. All right.
I got hairy legs.
We know. As do I, Grandpa. Fam, thanks for watching. Make sure you hit that like button, subscribe, and of course, check out all the links in the show notes down below, SwoleNormousX.com. Join the fam today. Leave us a review, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, all that shit. Make sure you share the podcast with your friends. And of course, tomorrow, accountability meeting, episode 2040. We'll see you there. Peace, McGeese. Deuce, Magoose, your boy, Papa Swolio. Oh.
Crazy flow, need a straight jacket. Cash flow, I'm a bank addict. 6 subs, had the bass smacking. 808, had the place clapping. 3 girls is enough for me, so I pull out like the stock crashing. Like an IPO, trying to purchase me. This a private sector, so you can't have it. Faking all that boom bapping. Who you think you is, boy? 90s want they sound back, so I give rap all these fake rappers as I take matters in my own hands. I don't need rapping, I don't need Zans. I don't need help, I'm a grown man. Now the king left and they so mad, it's like...
Then yeah, I found that young king with my crown at 10 racks in the fanny pack, couple hundred in the Louis bag.
That's a bed that you made. That's a bed that you made. That's a bed that you laid. What kind of game is you playing? We go hard in the paint, yeah. What the fuck is you saying? I only go where they pay. What kind of game is you playing? Yeah, whoa, my shit is relevant. On topic, my melanin is popping. I'm taking skeletons on closets and making new deposits.